Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I want to attempt to make a little aquarium fish bowl type thing. I have some of these little fish here, like this one here. Okay, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these go in 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Since we're working this way. Yeah, I believe that's how that goes. Okay, I have this one here. I already cut it apart, but this one is actually numbered. And 5 would be the bottom layer. Then at 4. Then 3. Now the 2 and the 1 is the one I get stuck on. So I think we're just going to go with this one here. Because this one, you can see a little bit of the fin in there of this one. So it looks like, I've been looking at this for the last 20 minutes. It looks like, and then you got a little bit of the blue from the body. This looks like it goes like that. That's what it looks like. I don't know. We'll find out. So this is going to be in multiple layers. I have several little fish. Don't know which ones I'm going with. I'm going to try to do this one for sure. Some of these koi I have. Just trying to pick it up. I have some of these lily pads, greenery. Got some of those. I will be using some of these. I'm not sure which one of these I'll be using. So, but this is going to be a little later on. What I have here is I have a bowl. I got this from the dollar store. I didn't take that off. I'm not going to worry about that. I did wipe it out with 99% isopropyl alcohol. I have my white sand mixture. It's got some glitter and some diamond dust in there. I don't know if I'm going to be using any of this. I might. Just pulled out stuff that I thought I would use. I have some assortment of shells. I have, like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to use all this. I have some different colored glass. I have some of these. They're iridescent. They look like bubbles. Don't know if I'm going to use that, but I did pull it out. I do have, from Florida, I have a couple of little sand dollars, and I have this little starfish. Thought this would be interesting. So I have that. I also have some other little starfish. I did get these from Amazon. Anything I can find that I purchased off Amazon, if I have a link, I will put it in the description box. One layer, I will be using a little bit of alcohol ink. This is the Tim Holtz, and this is Sailboat Blue. I'll be using some of that. I might even put a little bit of my flowers. These are real dry flowers. But the first step I want to do is I want to put a base coat of sand. And I have an ounce of resin sitting right here. I just got to get a different stick. And this is just filler sand I got from, I believe, Michael's. And so I want to bring this bowl up, the level of the bottom of the bowl up a little bit. That is so dusty. Let's see what we got. And then once I have the sand sets up a little bit, I will add some of my glass. I just want some color in this. It's looking good. I just want a little bit more in there. Doesn't have to be a paste or anything like that. Yeah, if I'm feeling up to it, maybe I can, I'll go into my first arrest. I think it's kind of funny. So I'm just going to add this in there. I don't know if you can see the sparkle from the diamond dust and the glitter. The glitter in here is the Clear Rock Candy Glitter by Tim Holtz. I love Tim Holtz products. His products to me are by far some of the best product out there as far as glitters and stuff like that. It's a little expensive, but you're not going to go wrong with his products. So I want to get that little black out. I don't want that in there. Where's my paper towel? Nope, it just fell back in there. See another little piece right here. Because I could bury it if I can't get it out. Yeah, but yeah, this has got the glitter and the diamond dust. I want to get that off the side. I have a couple baby wipes here that does have some alcohol on it. Okay, so once this sets up, we will come back and do another layer, and that might be the layer I do my fish, or I don't know. We'll go see what we're gonna do here. But that is the first layer. I'm gonna let that set up. And it looks kind of boring right now, but it'll pick up. The pace will pick up. And once this sets up just a little bit to where the glass isn't gonna sink, I want to add a little bit of colored glass to it. So, all right, this is cured. I think I left the window too long on this. Yeah. I turned my heat mat on and I had it on for an hour. I let it cool down for, I don't know, 45 minutes. Lost my window. So what I'm going to do is I want to take some of these and put them down. Make a pair of tweezers. Okay, I don't want big, giant leaves. Just want little ones down in there. I'm going to put one there. Let me get something to rub that down without marking it. Let me get this. That's a little Teflon tool. Let's see, I want another little leaf. I'm also going to use some UV resin to put some of this stuff down because I don't want it to float. Yep. So if I'm going to talk about my first arrest, I have to let y'all in on something about me. I was homeless for about a month when I was 17. And so I know what it's like to be homeless. I've lived it. So I just don't want people to think that, you know, I was heartless or whatever. But I just want to let that out there. I was 17 and it was hard. It was tough. But I pulled myself out of that situation and did some good things with my life. So I did just want to put that out there because I'll talk about the first my first night on the job. I was told to return for the midnight shift, which I did, and the lieutenant, I thought he was so mean, and I find out later he was probably one of the best lieutenants we had, but he read us the riot act of what we can do, what we can't do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to secure some of this stuff down with the UV resin so it doesn't float. I just want to put just a little bit of UV resin down. But yeah, he read us the riot act about just what was expected of us. And I thought, oh my Lord, he is the meanest man. And I look back on that and it's actually comical because he is probably one of the nicest people I ever met. And so then you would attend what is known as roll call, and that is where the boss will usually let you know of the crimes, certain crimes that have been committed in the area, what to look out for, gives you a chance to read reports that the officers made throughout the day. So if for stolen cars, just anything, it just lets officers get caught up on the day-to-day stuff. So, I don't know if I want to put this one in there. I don't. So, we do that, and I was assigned to work as a corporal. And that means I went out with a supervisor. And he was basically going to show me how to be the police. And I worked in a very large city. Look how that starfish is glowing. That's kind of cool under this black light. But I worked in a very large city, I was first assigned to a very slow part of the city. There was really nothing really happened, which I guess is good if you find that kind of stuff good. So we had a look for lawbreakers. And I came out of the academy in the wintertime, and it was slow. I'm going to put some UV resin in here. So we ended up finding Lady of the Evening. And I'm going to get some flowers, and I'm just going to dunk it in the UV resin. And that was going to be our arrest. And I'll tell you right now, I felt like the Grinch who stole Christmas. It was horrible. So she was soliciting. And she knew, what she knew that's what she was doing. It's not like, we trapped her into doing it or anything like that. That's what she was doing. I'll put another flower here. And so the reason I felt bad is she had me convinced in the car. Now, remind you, it's wintertime. It's really cold outside. I mean, like really cold, below zero. And we had the heat on in the car. And she had me convinced that her kids, she was doing this for her kids, and how else were her kids going to eat? And I was like, oh my goodness, we can't take this lady. So who's going to feed her kids? It was just horrible. And because it was it? Christmas had just passed. So it was the first couple months of the year. So I really thought that this lady, her kids are by themselves. And I guess she could tell, You know, you can tell when somebody's new out there. And I wanted to let her go. I truly wanted to let this woman go. I wanted to, you know, apologize to her. and she knew this. And when she realized that my sergeant was not going to let her go, he wasn't new, obviously. Then the name calling started. She called me everything you can think of, every bad word. I was it. I was that. And I couldn't believe it. It was how fast she turned, you know. But she didn't have any kids. The kids weren't going hungry. And it was a lesson to me that they will eat you up out there. And they will say whatever they think they can say to go home. So there's more to that. And I'll continue on that, on this this story when I come back to the next part of this. It gets a little more interesting. And the homeless part does play a role in the story. So how's that looking? That's looking really pretty. I don't know if you can tell. Flowers. I think it's looking nice. So that's secured down. I do want to add some glass. I have some mixed here. I'm just going to put some UV resin down. And I'm just going to sprinkle some glass on there. I'm probably going to end up putting my UV light over this to make sure that it's cured. Okay, let's see. I added a couple more cluster flowers and another starfish. So I got my little over an ounce, just been sitting there. And now I'm going to pour it on my stick. And if anything floats, I will pick it out of there. And I'm pouring it slow because I don't want things to float. So, and I'm not going to turn my heat mat for at least an hour because I want the bubbles to rise to the surface. And here I was debating on if that would be too much. I want to at least cover some of the stuff. I just hope I get my fish in right. Just trying to cover that starfish. It's kind of tall, taller than it appears. I think I scraped that cup dry. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to turn the heat mat on. I'm just going to let this settle in, let the bubbles rise. I'll turn the heat mat on, and then I will be back very soon. And we will get the next layer on. I believe the next layer I'm going to do is going to be a very, very pale blue. So, yeah. Just don't want any of that glass to float. So I'll be checking it. So I'll see you in a second. All right, this is ready. I did come back in and I added another ½ ounce to the whole thing because I wanted to cover as much of this starfish as possible, you know, without overfilling it. I have an ounce here, and I'm going to add the blue layer. And I want to add just a tiny, tiny bit. This is Ranger Alcohol Ink, Tim Holtz Sailboat Blue. I just want to add, I don't even know, I think that might even be too much. Hold on. Let me get that off there. Because I just want a little hint of blue. I think that's perfect. I'm going to go run this through my vacuum chamber to get the bubbles out, and I will pour that in as soon as it's done clearing up. Let me just mix that up just a little bit more, because that's just so many bubbles. I wasn't like being real precious with my mixing, because I knew I was going to be putting it through the vacuum chamber. So let me go do that, and I will be right back. Okay, there is my resin. I love my vacuum chamber. It is a game changer. It is a game changer if you are serious about resin. So I'm going to pour this in slowly. And I'm not worried about pour lines. You're not going to see them. Not like this is a glass. You can't see through it to see the sides. So see, I just wanted a little hint of blue. I hope I have enough in here. Let me see. I am left-handed, technically. And I just reuse these cups. I don't measure my resin in these cups. I just use them to, when I get the two measurements, I have 2 cups that I use, and I clean those out thoroughly when I measure my resin, and I just pour it in these cups to mix it. Just saves on trash, plastic going in the garbage. So this will be reused again and again and again until glitter or something prevents me from getting a good mix. So there's that. Gotta get the other one out of the way. Got me a little, I don't want to set this down in there. All right, let's see what we got here. That looks really good. Okay, once this cures, I will be putting my heat mat on. Yeah, I would say an ounce would be a good amount, because the higher we go up in the bowl spreads out. So an ounce is gonna get less and less. I may have to do a little bit more than an ounce. I could probably get away with an ounce on the next layer, and then each one after that I'll probably have to go just a little bit more, because I have, with that one fish, it's 5 layers. So this will be the first layer, and then once this cures, pour some more, the next layer. I don't want to fill the bowl up to the top. So, but there is going to be 5 layers of this. So anyway, there technically is layer 1 for the fish. Let's see, my sound is working. Okay, this is cured. I played sound in the last portion of the video because my mic wasn't working. So basically, all I'm saying is, or I said was, I decided not to go with this one because I can't figure it out. And I've sat here and I tried. There's some I figured out, and there's a few in here it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I decided not to go with this. I decided to go with these two. I have the first fish layer in, and I put 1 ounce in. Now we're all caught up. Okay. So I was talking about my first arrest, and I was kind of debating on if I even wanted to share that I was a police officer, if that was a part of what I did for a good chunk of my adult life, or not. And I decided, yeah, I can't sit here in my craft room and make videos and not, what am I going to talk about? I can talk, I'm retired. My husband, been married to him for 36 years. I have our children, our grandchildren. But about me, that was a big part of my life. So I thought I'm going to share it. If I lose subscribers, I lose subscribers. I can't help that. But anyway, the city I worked in was also the city that I was born and raised in. So it's not like I grew up, in a rural area and decided I was going to be a big city cop. That's not how it was. The area I was assigned in the city I grew up in was just a couple miles outside of where I actually grew up. I knew the area very well, so there's that. I was also very street smart. I grew up knowing the streets prior to being a police officer, prior to getting married. So all that being said, is I'm trying to ease into this because I don't want to sound heartless. When I arrested this woman, and like I said, I felt guilty. I felt like, I'm doing her wrong. And then when when I let it be known that, she didn't have children, all that, I felt very foolish. And it was a very valuable lesson that a lot of the criminal element, if they sense weakness or they sense that you're new, they'll eat you up and spit you out there. So we took her to the station. Now, like I said, it was winter time. It was very cold. I'm trying to line this up. It's very cold outside. So now we're in the station, we're in the processing area, and everything's starting to warm up. I'm starting to warm up. She's starting to warm up physically. It's very cold outside. So I noticed I had to search her. I hope my head isn't getting in the shot. I had to search her, being the only female on the street at that time. I hope I'm getting this down right. It was up to me to search her. We took her property. We're getting ready to process her. And it's not like she would be placed in custody for long. All she needed was $50 and she could bond out. Very simple. I'm having a really hard time doing this and talking. I'll get back to you in 1 second. Just trying to line up the eyeball. If anybody knows of a better way to do this, let me know. I'm just going to put it down. I can't be too precious with it. That looks good. So now it's time to actually physically search her. And she starts removing like her coat and her shoes. And that's when it hits me. I didn't know that a human body, a living human body, could smell this bad. I can't even begin to describe it. And I know from being homeless myself that there are programs all over that city, and there are even more at this time than when I was homeless, for showers, place to sleep at night, place to wash your clothes. All that is available. So I went from, I couldn't believe my nose couldn't believe what I was smelling. And then I started feeling sorry for her. I felt really, really sorry for her. And now my emotions were conflicted. I was very mad at her for playing on my emotions, and now I felt sorry for her. I realized that she's not using the services, not because she didn't want to, well, that too, but there's more than homeless going on here with her. She obviously had other problems, so I'll get more into that with her. Obviously, I would never reveal her name or anything like that. I'll get more into her, but I end up helping her, so I'll get more into that probably in the next layer. So I don't know if this is a good idea, sharing this stuff, but we'll see. So all I'm doing now is I'm trying to line up the second layer of these little fish. I'm having a really hard time, so I'm going to try and get this one in. I'm just trying to line up the eyeballs. It's not as easy as it looks. So there's that one. And I'm just using my little Teflon little tool here just to push it down. I did have my heat mat on. It's only been like an hour and a half since the last layer. And I'm just pushing these areas down. I don't want them to lift. And I only have a couple more layers to go. So hopefully it'll be done today. But yeah, I felt bad for her. I felt bad. I felt stupid. I was angry. Disgust. I'll say that. I was totally, it was just, I can't even describe it. But then I looked at her, and while she was saying all these nasty things and just being I realized there was more going on with her. I'm still mad at her for exposing I was very naive. But she taught me a lesson. Taught me a very, very valuable lesson. This is looking really cute. I hope you guys can see how cute this is looking. Okay, I'm going to put my gloves back on. I knew I wouldn't be able to do these stickers. So basically, I'm going to put a layer down, let that cure. This goes on, let that cure, and then this. So I just got a couple more layers. So let me put my gloves, at least one glove back on. No, two. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want to know anything, or if there's anything I could answer. Glad to share it with you. So I'm going to pour this in, and the last one I did just an ounce. This one's just a little bit more. I think this is an ounce and a half, because now the bowl is getting wider. Not so much deeper, but wider. I just want to make sure that it covers these stickers. And I did run this resin through my vacuum chamber. Try not to incorporate any bubbles. So there's that. So let me wipe this off. That looks good. Isn't that looking cute? Can you see all that? I think so. All right, so I'm gonna put the heat mat back on. We're gonna do this. We'll put it on for another hour and then we'll be back. All right, this is cured enough. I had this sitting on my heat mat for an hour and then I let it cool down for about, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So we're gonna go with the next layer of fish. I'm probably doing this backwards. I don't know, but it's looking nice to me, so that's all that matters, isn't it? Yeah, so to get back to my story, woman that was arrested, she obviously was an addict. I know personally, I grew up knowing several addicts, so yeah. So I felt bad for her. I was mad at her, but I felt bad for her. And she eventually, not right away, but over the course of several years, she ended up getting help. Yes, she did. And prior to her getting help, she actually worked with me when, I hope my head is not shut. She ended up working with me when I worked undercover. She actually helped me out a lot. So I hope that's looking good. It's gonna have to, it's down. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. So I'm gonna press this down into that. Yeah, this does not have a sharp tip at all. Like that. So yeah, but yeah, what I really remember my first arrest being was feeling very foolish, learning a very valuable lesson that a human body can, a living human body can smell atrocious. And that she apparently didn't want help because help was out there in the beginning, like I said. Later, she ended up getting help, which is good. Not all of them do. Yeah. So there's my story on my very first arrest. It's not a glamorous story. It's a very, very real story, life story involved. Poor woman who tried to play me and who taught me a valuable lesson and ended up helping me a couple years later. So there's that. So I don't know. Let me know if you want to hear any more stories, because I'll continue telling them. Like I said, I will do my absolute best. Keep it family friendly. Because Lord knows I've seen some stuff that are made of nightmares. Okay, I'm going to do the layer here. Okay. All I'm doing is lining up there. The only thing I can see that's distinguishable is the eye. The eye on these fish. I hope my head's not in the shot, but I'll cut it out if it is, or do something. But I'm keeping the back end up, and I'm just trying to line up the eye because I can still pull it away if need be. Is that good? Guess it's gonna have to be, isn't it? It's not. Dang it. Oh, that left a mark. Not really. It cured it. This resin's not like solid, but it's not sticky either. That bounced back pretty good. So I guess this is going to have to go down like that. Yeah, this little tool is doing wonders. It's really being able to push down and get the air out from underneath these little stickers. You know, I would paint these on if I knew how to paint. But that's not going to happen. So it's this. I want to add some of these, some more of these. Not many, not the big ones. It is a beautiful day outside and I'm inside. What's new? I don't go outside much. I don't like being outside. So I need to keep this one out. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I have 1.5 ounces of resin poured. Okay, time to pour. Let me know if I'm doing this right. Let me know if any of you guys have done this. And if you did and you have pictures, put it on my I have a Facebook group, or tag me on Instagram. I have all my links in my bio, I believe, for all that. So I'm curious to see what you guys do. I want to see your talent. I'm sure you guys, your talents probably blow mine away. I just sit in my craft room, and you guys are somebody I can talk to while I craft, basically. So, yep. And I enjoy doing this. And if you want to help my channel grow, I'd appreciate it if you would share my videos with friends, family, comment, like, all those things. Commenting, liking, thumbs up, sharing helps my channel, help it grow. Really nice. It'll put it in front of more eyes, and I would really appreciate it. If you want to help me out, that would be great. I'm trying to move some stuff. I don't want to get resin on everything. Got a little table off to the side here to my right. And okay. So yeah, if you want to help me out, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, so like and comment, share. Those are all things that you could help my channel grow. That is looking really cute. Is that not looking cute, or is it just me? That is looking adorable. I really like that. So we have one more layer. Like I'm going to turn my heat mat on. It seems like an hour, hour and a half. It's been an hour heat mat, half-hour cool down. And I'll be in here for the next layer. To you guys, it'll be just a second. So I will be back. All right, we are ready for the next step. I put in, I don't know if you can see them, but 3 little bubbles on that layer. What I want to do is I want to add just a couple little ones, and I'm going to UV them in, and we will go from there. I don't want the big ones, just little ones. I'm going to UV those in. All right, that's cured up. Now I have to put these down. And this one gets this here. I gotta take my gloves off. I can't do this with these gloves on. I have 2 ounces of resin poured. They are in, I did put it through the vacuum chamber. We're gonna do this one. Okay. I'll use my little Teflon tool here to push that down, because you really want to burnish these stickers down so that they disappear better in the resin. Okay, now these fish. This one, and let me get that off here without tearing it. That would be terrible. All right. I gotta turn it this way so I can see it. I think that's how it goes. See, by me burnishing it down, it's getting the air out. It's not scratching the resin that I have down. And I see that this is gonna, that one little bubble I put down, I wasn't thinking about. My fish's nose. I mean, these are stickers, so there's only so much you can do with the sticker. But yeah, that looks good. And I had this curing on my heat mat another hour and a half tops. Hour curing, half hour cooling, and now we're doing this. Okay, I hope this one doesn't mess up. I gotta see that eye. All right, I think that's good. Okay, let me push this down, burnish it. This is looking really cute. I can barely make out. No, that's the sticker from this one, this level. I can't make out the stickers underneath, which is really cool. It does look three-dimensional in there. That is so cool. Yeah, if I can find this stuff, I will link it. But yeah, there's that. So, okay, I think I want to add just a little bit more green. Once I have that layer, it's going under. No more fish I have to worry about. So, I was thinking, while this was curing, if you want to hear more, let me know. I'll probably be telling some more stories. I think that's what will end up happening. And yeah, I worked undercover for a nice little stint. I spent just over 15 years on the department before I was disabled. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to pour this now. Let me get my gloves back on. My gloves on, because I don't like the feel of resin on my hands. All right, let's pour the last layer, 2 ounces. I hope that's enough to cover those bubbles. That is looking so good. I mean, really good. I'll have to do this again. I have to get some more fishies. I don't think I have any more. But I definitely want to do this again. Try not to incorporate any bubbles, but I want to get all the resin out. And I basically did this in a day and a half. I could have got this done in one day had I started early in the morning. Yeah, like if I started like yesterday, early in the morning, I could have got this done by late last night, but I didn't. Having this heat mat really makes a difference. Big difference. So I am gonna put some alcohol on the top layer. Not much. Where's my alcohol at? Let me move this. I don't want to put a big blast of it, just a little. And I am going to let that cure. Well, I'll be back, I guess, for me it'll be an hour and a half. For you it'll be a second. But isn't that turning out so precious? Look at that. You can see the little bubbles in there. Oh, I can't wait till this is done. I want to really get a good look at this. Alrighty, this is finished. I have to say I really like how this turned out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom in so you all can see what I got here. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the depth of the fish. You see the layers. But when you're looking straight on, I mean, it looks so good. I really like this. And then let me point to this stuff here. You can see here the little bubbles. And let's see, where are these bubbles at? You can see here the little bubbles here, and the sand dollar, the starfish, the other starfish, how these plants look layered, the glass, the little flowers. I mean, I really like how this turned out. I could see the sparkle in the sand from the diamond dust in there. That looks so good. I mean, you can see when you hold it in certain light, you can see the sticker. See that? Just a little bit though. It is not too crazy. I mean, it's just really like this. Let me know what you think. Do you like this? Do you like the concept of this? Would you like to see me try this again with some different stuff in the bottom? You know, I definitely want to try this again. Maybe some different fish, maybe figure out that blue betta fish. But I really like this. So there's my little fish bowl. I had a great time making this. It turned out better than I expected. I hope you like it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to my subscribers, I truly appreciate you, and you have a great day, and God bless.